Welcome everybody, I'm Andrea Miller and I'm a registered dietitian and certified diabetes educator here at Community Hospitals and Wellness Centers in Bryan. And today I have a very special guest with me. I have Santa Claus all the way from the North Pole, and today we're going to do things a little bit differently. Today we are going to have a battle and we are going to prove that cranberries are not just for decoration. So I'm going to make a recipe and Santa's going to make a recipe involving cranberries, and then we're going to have some judging and let's see who wins. You're going down, Santa.
I'd like to lodge a protest. Cranberries are a Thanksgiving food. This is out of my element.
You know what? I have heard that more cranberries are consumed on Thanksgiving than all year long, but they're so rich in antioxidants that I feel like they should be a food that we extend into Christmas, New Year's, and months
I accept your challenge.
Into the new year. You're going down. Well, today, for my cranberry recipe, I am going to make a very healthy cranberry salsa. Now this salsa, you know, it kind of sounds a little bit different. It has jalapenos, it has cilantro, lemon juice, onions, and ginger. So not your traditional salsa. We're actually going to serve it over a brick of cream cheese with crackers, and it is just the most amazing salsa that I've ever had in my life. Perfect for an appetizer for Christmas or really any day of the year. I love it for a snack. So to get started, well, first of all, Santa, what are you going to make?
Santa's going to make a cranberry apple French toast bake because breakfast on Christmas morning is important.
I can imagine. After all that work that you do on Christmas Eve, I'm sure you are starving.
I am stuffed with cookies, but always love breakfast.
A cranberry French toast, Santa?
Cranberry French toast.
You must be crazy. You can't make a cranberry French toast in 15 minutes.
I can't, but Santa's workshop can.
Oh gosh. You're telling me that you're going to use magic outside the North Pole?
I will admit to nothing. Let your eyes tell the story.
Well, let's get started here. All right, so I have my cranberries ready to go. But actually first, I'm going to let the food processor do some magic for me. Since Santa is going to use his magic outside the North Pole, I'm going to use the food processor. I'm going to take my jalapenos and...
Peeled, diced, okay.
What are you doing over there, Santa? Where did those apples come from?
Run, little elves.
So I have my jalapeno, and I'm going to take the seeds out because I don't want it too spicy for our judges. And I'm just going to slice them into small pieces. Pop those in my food processor.
You know my history with food processors. They are my weakness.
So that's why you didn't choose to do a food processor recipe and you had your elves help you out, huh?
That is correct. And now I'm ahead so I can saute apples.
All right. So the food processor is going to do a lot of the work for us here. So I'm just kind of, you don't want a big chunk of jalapeno, so I am giving them a little bit of a head start, chopping them into some smaller pieces, and then just putting them right into my food processor. I'm also going to take my cilantro, and really, there's no real long stems in there. Take some of them off, and I'm going to put that in the food processor as well. So beautiful flavors of a traditional salsa, but a festive twist on them. What are you doing over there, Santa?
Eggs.
Cracking eggs?
Need 8
Two
eggs.
at a time?
2 at a time.
Wow. All right, so Santa has some magic too. It's not just the elves, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's using some good tricks over there as well. So I'm taking my green onions. I need about 1/4 cup of green onions. And again, I'm giving those a rough chop too.
I'm going to add syrup.
Syrup.
And cinnamon.
Sounds delicious, Santa.
Everything at Christmas tastes like cinnamon to me.
A lot of green onions. All right, we'll just dump a few of those in there. What else are you putting in that casserole?
Yogurt, Greek yogurt, vanilla. Greek yogurt
healthy twist. Sounds good. All right, so the cranberries, you can kind of pick through them a little bit as you're making your salsa. You definitely want to wash them out when they come out of the bag. What I like to do is just kind of hold them in my hand and kind of like just quickly push on them all and make sure there's none that are too soft in there. Just kind of pick through them real quick after you rinse them off. Now some people like to soak them in water, and if they float it actually means they're good, and if they sink it means they're not good.
What do you do with the ones that sink?
Give them to the reindeer.
I knew you belonged on the nice list.
Cranberries, not just for humans. Reindeers like them too. All right, so I'm just picking through and making sure there's no bad cranberries, naughty cranberries. All right, so all of our cranberries are in there. Now that's a full bag of cranberries. All right. And then I'm going to give them a quick pulse in my food processor.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm going to do Santa's trick here. Oops. No, that didn't work. Oh, pulse. Okay. Jingle bells. All right.
Oh, thank you. Now we'll do your trick and actually cook. We're going to add bread.
Where'd that bread come from?
There was a loaf. There were elves.
Magically got chopped by itself?
That tends to be how things work around Santa.
Jeez, Santa. How much more magic are you going to use today, Santa? All right, so this cranberry salsa, you can keep it as chunky as you want. You don't want it to be too mushy though. I like to see a little bit of the red and the green in there. So I'm going to give it a couple more pulses. What other Christmas songs can I play? All right, and now I'm actually going to scrape down the sides a little bit just to make sure everything in there is evenly chopped. How are those apples?
Soft, which is the point.
Perfect.
And aromatic.
All right.
Apples and cinnamon. Smells like Christmas to me. But then again, what doesn't? No.
Okay. All right, so that's all finely chopped. It looks like salsa, right? Look like salsa, Santa?
Oh, looks like Christmas. It's red
Christmas
and green.
salsa, that's right. All right. So now I'm just going to transfer this to a bowl and add the rest of our ingredients. This is so super simple. You could do this for Christmas. You could make it for a Thanksgiving appetizer.
Or Christmas.
Or Christmas.
Or Christmas Eve.
Or Christmas, yeah.
Or the day after Christmas.
Or the 4th of July. Just saying.
I think we call that American Christmas.
You might have a hard time finding cranberries on the 4th of July, right? You could make your recipe on the 4th of July.
Oh, yes.
You could use frozen cranberries for that one, right?
Happily. We mix.
You can freeze your fresh cranberries that you buy at the store. Buy them in, when you buy a bag, buy an extra bag. And freeze the rest so that you have cranberries all year long. I don't think frozen cranberries would work very well in here. They'd get pretty mushy after they thaw out. But again, a casserole like that would work perfectly. Cranberries are really rich in antioxidants. Like I said, they're low in sugar, but a lot of times people add a lot of sugar to them to make them taste better. And I actually am going to add a little bit of sugar to this salsa. I'm only going to add about 1/4 cup of sugar, which, Santa, have you ever seen a recipe for a traditional cranberry sauce that you serve on Thanksgiving?
Jellied cranberry sauce?
Yeah.
So much sugar.
So much sugar. So both of these recipes are a little bit lighter on the sugar. How much sugar do you use? The maple syrup.
Maple syrup and about 1/4 cup sugar.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
So just a little bit of sugar. Of course, you can serve that with some maple syrup on top, a little bit extra maple syrup on top, right? What's a French toast casserole without
My favorite part.
extra maple syrup?
Santa spray. More magic.
All right, so I stirred in about 1/4 cup of sugar. You can adjust this to taste, though. I've made it at home with just 2 tablespoons of sugar because I don't like a super sweet salsa. Or if it's not sweet enough and you like a sweeter salsa, you could go up to 1/2 cup. But obviously, the less sugar you use, the better. If you're trying to follow a low sugar diet, you could also use a sugar substitute to add a little bit of sweetness, like stevia, to make it sweet instead of the sugar. All right, so now I'm going to add the last 2 ingredients here. I have a lemon, which I am going to put a little bit of zest in the lemon, or in the salsa. You don't have to do this, but again, just makes it so pretty. So now we have some yellow. Cutting my lemon in half and going to squeeze some lemon juice right on top. Juice of 1 lemon.
Yes. Go get the oven ready.
What are you doing now? You putting that topping on yet?
I'm working on the topping.
All right.
Let's
What kind of topping are you making?
One that Andrea might approve of. We have whole oats, chopped nuts, just a little sweetener,
right.
and Santa's favorite, more cinnamon.
Tastes like Christmas. All right, so I squeezed the juice of 1 lemon in there. Now I'm going to take some ginger, fresh ginger root. Now actually, if you can peel your ginger and freeze it, it grates a lot easier into the salsa. When I get my ginger home from the store, I just peel it and toss it right into the freezer. And that way it doesn't risk going bad. It stays fresh for a longer period of time. And then I just pull it out as I need it and grate it right into my recipe. So I'm
Good to
gonna
know.
actually just take some of this and I'm gonna cut the peeling off as best I can.
When you go to the store to look for cranberries, you know you can pick up Santa's favorite potato?
What's Santa's favorite potato?
Kringle cut fries.
That's a good one, Santa.
But really, stick with baked potatoes.
Healthier, right? All right, so I have my ginger peeled. Now I'm gonna grate some ginger. Oh, I forgot, I hate this. Oh, there it goes, it's on the other side. So I'm like juicing the ginger. Oops, there goes my ginger. Okay, see how much we have. I should have brought my own. Alternately,
There's nothing like cooking at home.
that's right, you can take some ginger.
This is always a fun part.
And
Say drizzle butter. That means drizzle, don't pour.
so you're adding some butter in there as well, huh?
Oh, that's how we make it stick together.
What is a Christmas casserole without a little bit of butter, right?
A little bit, a little bit.
A little bit. So you can also chop some ginger as well. I love ginger, so I'm known to put a little extra ginger.
I preferred Mary Ann.
You're full of them, Santa.
I've always considered myself a Gilligan. Now Santa's
Right.
really showing his age.
God, I haven't watched, what's that show called? Gilligan's
Gilligan's
Island?
Island.
All right. Sounds like a good place to visit, though. Nice island after your Christmas gig. You know.
An island to get away would be nice.
Travel around all the houses of the children and.
The problem is, after Christmas, I only have 364 days left.
That's right, to make
Christmas.
all the toys for the next Christmas. I forget how busy you are. You don't take any time off to enjoy?
I might zoom into the factory now and again.
Like Zoom?
Zoom?
Like virtual?
Virtual.
Like Zoom has a whole new meaning to me this year. There you go. All
Santa
right.
works remotely very often. It would make delivering presents much easier.
Well, my sons were just floored that you were going to be here cooking with me today, battling here at the hospital, you know, so close to Christmas. They couldn't imagine that you could take the extra time out of your busy schedule to cook with me. So.
Well, I imagine they're nice children.
Oh, they're very nice, Santa.
And by I imagine, I mean I'm quite sure of it. But there are some naughty children that would benefit from Santa having some time off from double checking his list.
Maybe, yeah. All right, so my salsa is done. Beautiful, right? How are you doing over there, Santa?
Just wrapping up. Time.
So now you have to bake it for 45 minutes?
Bake? Bake is a relative word in Santa's world. I think I'm going to hand it off to the elves.
Santa. All right, well, I'm going to get this plated. All right, so to serve this, I'm going to take some cream cheese. And so really, if you're serving this for a party, you could just lay down the whole block of cream cheese. But since we have 3 judges, I'm just going to do a little bit on each plate. All right. They're just going to be mixed together anyway, right? All right. Guess maybe this year little individual appetizers might be the way to go, right? Instead of all sharing one plate. All right, so then I'm just going to spoon some cranberry salsa right on top. It smells so good. Now, if you were making this at home, you'd want to let it sit in the refrigerator for a couple of hours if you have the time. If you can resist eating it all in one sitting, right after you make it, that is, to let the flavors kind of come together. Serve some crackers on the side. You don't have to serve this with cream cheese if you don't want to. You can also serve it with just some plain old tortilla chips, or something that I really like, which we couldn't find to show you today, but jicama slices. Jicama goes really well.
Bless you.
What's that?
Bless you.
Thank you, Santa. Jicama slices go really well with both sweet and savory, so it'd go really well if you're looking for like a non-cracker or a veggie to serve with this dip. All right, so we are all set, all plated and ready to go. And now our judges are judging us on taste, of course, and they're also judging us on appearance of our dish, and then, of course, nutrition. You know, you can't be on Live It without judging nutrition. So, all right. Santa, is yours plated yet? All right.
Better call my 2 fastest reindeer to bring it back. You know who the 2 fastest are?
Who are the 2 fastest?
Donner and Blitzen.
Donner and Blitzen. Why Donner and Blitzen?
Donner und Blitzen means thunder and lightning.
Really? Learned something new today. All right.
I'll be right back with the reindeer.
All right, well, thank you, judges, for joining us today to judge our battle of cranberries between myself and Santa. Our judges today, we have Jeanette Roberts of Wellness, Rob Gosha, he's our CFO, and Jessica Reitzel, and she's also of our Wellness department. So, guys, you are judging today on taste, presentation, and nutrition, of course. Have to throw nutrition in there. So, which one would you like to taste first?
Ladies first.
Okay, salsa first.
So I am for sure thrilled to be here today, tasting Andrea's recipes, which I make often at home, and of course Santa. Very fresh, a little behind the back heat. I like it. Very good.
It's very good. It's going to be tough to beat, Santa. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who got it. I hope you do.
Santa has a secret.
And for me, this was super easy. I can so do this at home.
Magic.
Send some of that my way, Santa.
Don't you have any elves at home, Jessica?
Yeah, I'll have to work on that. We heard how nutritional cranberries are, and that is wonderful flavor. Tart and sweet at the same time, and just beautiful colors. So. And I heard you're quite a cranberry fan.
I am. Cranberries have to be my favorite of the holiday treats.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to taste Santa's. And I've been looking for something to add to my spinach quiche on Christmas morning, so I am thrilled to be trying this.
I'm going to say, Santa, you did a good job picking a recipe that you can prepare ahead of time. This you can,
So you're not up Christmas morning, making
Yeah.
ways, you're
when the kids
opening
are,
all the presents I leave.
that's right. Kids are unwrapping the presents, you can pop it in the oven.
There's a cranberry right there. I gotta have another bite.
Yeah, me too. Get some apple on this bite.
Cranberry in that bite. That will be perfect for Christmas morning for my family. Yeah, I think my kids might be scraping off the topping first.
Oh.
I am a huge fan of sugar, so the syrup is
Oh.
definitely sets it off. Yeah.
Now you see, two types of syrup fans.
That's right.
We had a pourer and a dipper.
Ah, interesting.
Well, Andrea, I love everything you make, but I'm gonna have to go for Santa today.
It's magic, isn't it? It just tastes like Christmas, and it tastes like Santa magic.
We'll make Robbie the tiebreaker because I'm gonna go with Andrea's.
Thank you, Jessica.
You're still on my nice list.
Okay.
They're both very, very good. I mean, to pick the better is extremely difficult, but I can't pass on the sweetness. So.
Santa! Next year, Santa.
Thank you. Next year, we'll do it again.
Next year, I'll beat you.
Delicious.
Would you like some?
Would you like some?
I would. Peace offering.